Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Luke Motel and I'm a traditional artist based in Wisconsin, USA. And today we're doing MerMay Day 16, which is Modern and Octopus. To start out, I'm masking off the Modern Mermaid with masking fluid, Pepio masking fluid. I've explained before why I like masking fluid, but it's just convenient for someone who doesn't like doing negative painting. And it prevents you from going over the edges, which you can do if you're just using your hands. This marker is also Pepio masking fluid, just in a pen. Now I'm doing the background using Handmade Watercolor by Masha, and I'll leave their store linked below. They make really beautiful granulating watercolors that tend to separate into multiple colors. So to explain the modern mermaid, I really wanted to do what is called grayish, because when I think of modern, I think of like grayish, which is gray and beige. I don't know, I just see it a lot with modern and like minimalist architecture and decor, and that's the first thing that pops to mind, so I wanted to make a grayish mermaid. It's nothing fancy or special, I just find it really funny. And it also came out really well, so I'm not mad with the modern mermaid. I know I could have gone like the techie route, but I already did a tech-based mermaid, and I don't know, it's just not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of modern. I think of like brutalist, minimalist architecture and decor, and it tends to be grayish. So I'm painting the whole mermaid with a base of this like, well, it's buff titanium is the paint color, but it's like a grayish. I'm gonna say grayish a lot here. And then for the tail, I go over it with a gray. Just a regular gray. But that base of buff titanium makes it a little warmer and grayier. I guess I should say beigeier. And for the hair, I'm doing a darker gray. Graphite gray, to be specific. Wonderful color. It's got graphite in it, so it's a little bit shiny. Or I guess I should say like sparkly. I don't know. Now I'm just doing shading all over the place. Starting with the face, because the face is the most important, really. If you mess up the face, you mess up the whole piece. I don't know what is going on there with their back. I don't know why I made a giant lump there. But whatever, it's fine. So yeah, I wanted the background to be nothing too bright and colorful, but I didn't want it to be the same color as the mermaid. So I used like a granulating brown. It's kind of like a sepia, I'm not sure how you say that word. I hear it both ways, so I'll just say it both ways. Kind of like that color, but a little bit lighter and granulating, of course. Now I'm just adding a few scale textures, not doing the whole tail. I don't think I do a great job when I do the whole tail with scales, so I like to imply scale texture. And I think that works out a lot better than doing the whole tail with scales. Well, sometimes it can look good. It's just, I don't draw or paint them very uniformly. They always look blobby or out of order or misshapen. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now I'm just doing a few outlines to darken some things up and give them some eyelashes. And now highlights. So let me know what you would think would be modern. The first thing that pops up to me is that the architecture style and decor style, but I'm really curious what other people think modern would be. Okay, for octopus now I'm starting with another Masha's watercolor. This is a lovely granulating, like turquoisey blue. I believe it's called Ocean Waves, and it's a very accurate color name. It's very oceany. Yeah, it's so bright and not opaque, but I guess it is kind of opaque. It's just so bright on the first pass that I didn't feel I needed a second pass like with most other colors. Now I'm masking off some like starfish and corals on the rock, just to give the piece a little something extra. Plus they're just really cute. So now I'm doing a base with lunar black because this black granulates so much. It does not stay like a solid black. It adds so much texture. I love using it for rocks. And then I'm adding, I don't remember the color name, but it's one of Schminke's granulators, super granulators on top. It granulates into like a brown and a green. And I love it. It's a gorgeous color. So using those two makes a really nice rocky color with a lot of texture. So for this one I decided not to do masking fluid for the first time ever in the sketchbook because the octopus and the rock took up a majority of the page, so I didn't feel like masking that much of the page off just for a little bit of background. But I did mask off the coral and the starfish because they were small and they would be really annoying to try to get around. Now I'm adding a skin tone. I just felt like this medium tone, like darker skin tone would be fitting for the octopus, which is a yellow, orange, and pink. Which I guess is a spoiler, sorry. You can see when it dries, the rock has this gorgeous granulation in it. And it has so much texture and it really looks rocky and I love it so much. I love the granulating paints, especially Schminke's super granulators. They're great. Very expensive though, unfortunately. But they're high quality, they're archival, so it makes sense. I do find when you get those paints though, if you get them, you really need to like squish the tube around a little bit because the binder and the pigment tends to separate in those paints for some reason. and then it makes a really dull, not great paint. But yeah, that's the solution for me, is just squish the tube around a little to mix them up together, and then it's perfect. I've had that issue with a couple other paints, but I've had it with like 4 or 5 of the Schmincke super granulators. So it seems to be a relatively common issue amongst those paints, which is kind of annoying, but it's an easy fix. It's just, I worry that other people who have that problem won't realize that that's the problem with the paint, and they'll just think it's a really ugly, low quality paint for a big price. So here I am trying to spread awareness on that. If you get Schmincke super granulars, squish the tube a little bit. So yeah, now I'm adding the, I guess, base color of the octopus mermaid, which is a pink, purple, there's no purple there, pink, orange, and yellow gradient. So I'm doing this wet into wet to allow it to really mix well. And I think it comes across really nicely. Now I'm just doing some really basic shading to separate out the tentacles. Let me know if you're still watching this. Do you like octopi? Octopuses? Octopussies? Whatever you want to call them. Or do you like sea creatures at all? If you do, what's your favorite sea creature? I don't know if I have a favorite, but jellyfish and octopi and squids are up there on the list for me, but I really love like sea creatures in general because they're just always really fun and patterned and gorgeous. So yeah, they're really fun to draw, really fun to paint. And like I was talking about for patterns, I'm adding a like stippled circular pattern across the entire octopus in white. Octopus mermaid, I should say. This is Daler Rowney FW acrylic ink in white in a pen. And now I'm doing the starfish and corals in pastel orange and pastel pink. And I think these look really cute and just add a little something to the piece. I don't think it needed it, but I don't know, I think it looks nice. Now I'm adding some outlines, and then I'll be adding highlights, and that's it. So I hope you really liked both of these and my rambling, and I hope you had a great day, and I hope to see you again. Lots of hopes. Bye-bye.